Okay, that's enough. Alright, time to read some more. Alright. The walking began again. Salva shook with terror inside and out. He clung to Uncle little like a baby or a little boy, hanging on it to his hand or shirt-tail when he could, never let Uncle get farther than an arm's length away. He looked around constantly. Every movement in the glass he was a lion stalking. Every stillness a lion awake. The spring material was gone, vanished into the night. He would never have wandered away from the group of his own. His disappearance could mean only one thing: lion. A lion has been hungry enough to approach the group as they slept. A few men and has been keeping watch. But in the dark of the night, with the wind rippling through the long grass, the lion could easily have crept close without being seen. It had thought a prey that it was small and motionless, merely sleeping, and it had taken him away, leaving only a few splotches of blood near the path. If it hadn't been for Uncle, Sawa might have gone crazy with fear. Uncle spoke to him all morning in a steady, low voice. Sawa, I have a gun. I will shoot any lion that comes near. Sawa, I will still awake tonight and keep watch. Sawa, we will soon be out of lion country. Everything will be alright. Listening to Uncle hurrying to stay close to him, Sawa was able to make his feet close to speak. The cold terror throughout his whole body. Nothing was alright. He had lost his family and now he had lost his friends as well. No one had heard any screaming in the night. Lila hoped with all his heart the lion had killed Mario instantly. That his friend hadn't had time to feel fear or pain. Alright. God, there's a lot more to go. Alright. The landscape grew greener. The air smelled of water. The Nile, Uncle said. We will soon come to the Nile River and cross to the other side. The Nile, the longest river in the world, the mother of all life in Sudan. Uncle explained that they would come to deliver at one of its broadest stretches. It will not even look like a river. It will look like a big lake. We will spend a long time crossing to the other side. And what is on the other side? Sawa whispered still fiercely. Desert, Uncle answered. And after that Ethiopia, Salva's eyes filled with tears. Mario had been right about Ethiopia. How I wish she were there so I could tell him I was wrong. Salva stood on the bank of the Nile. Here, as Uncle had said, the river formed a big lake. The group would cross the Nile in boats. Uncle said it would take a whole day to reach the island in the middle of the lake, and another day to get the far shore. Salva frowned. He saw no boats anywhere. Uncle smiled at Salva's puzzled expression. What, you didn't bring your own boat? He said. Then I hope you are a good swimmer. Salva rolled his head, and he knew the uncle was teasing, but he felt so tired of worrying about hang on. Alright, sorry, I was just checking my thing. Anyways, about his family, tired of thinking about poor Mario, tired of walking and not knowing where they were going. The least Uncle could do was tell him the truth about the boat. Uncle could put his arm around Salva's shoulder. You'll see, we'll have a lot of work to do. Sala stagged forward with yet another enormous load of reeds in his arm. Everyone was busy. Some people were cutting down the tall papyrus. No, and before you guys freak out, no, I'm not just talking about papyrus from Undertale. No, I'm not talking about this freaking skeleton from Undertale. Different type of papyrus, not the Undertale papyrus. So before you guys say anything, no. I'm just reading the story like it said right there. Anyways, papyrus grasped by the water's edge. Others Like Sal gathered up the cut stalks and took them to the boat builders. Among the group were a few friends whose home villages had been near rivers or lakes. They knew how to tie the reeds together and lead them cleverly to form shallow canals. Everyone worked quickly, although there was no way of knowing whether they had to hurry or not, no way of knowing how near the war was. The fighting could be miles away, and the plane carrying bombs could fly overheat at any moment. It was hard work running back and forth between those cutting and those weaving, and Salvage found that the work was helping him feel a little better. He was too he was too busy to worry much. Doing something, even carrying big, awkward piles of slippery reeds, was better than doing nothing. Every time Salva delivers a load of reeds, he would pause for a few moments and admire the skills of the boat builders. The long reeds were laid out in neat bunches. Each end of the bunch would be tied together tightly. Then the bunch of the reeds was pulled apart in the middle to form a hollow so the two sides were tied along their length to make the basic boat shape. More layers of reeds were added and tied to make the bottom of the boat. Salva watched fascinated as little by little the curve of the prow and low sides grew from the piles of reeds. It took 2 full days for the group to build enough canyons. Each canyon was tested. A few did not float well and had to be fixed. Then more neat reeds were tied together to form paddles. At last, everyone was ready. Salva got into the canyon between Uncle and another man. He gripped the side of the boat tightly as it floated out onto the Nile. Alright, that's it for chapter 7. So, I guess that's it for this video.